The Sigma Chi fraternity at the College of William and Mary are facing a little bit of criticism after one of their members sent out an email that was extremely, how can I say this? I don't like using the word sexist because as soon as you say sexist, people turn off. But it's sexist. In fact, if you don't believe me, let me start with the first line. It says, "There's beer to be drunk, porn to view, and sluts to fuck." Let me reiterate the last point. Sluts are everywhere. So that's how the email starts out, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's a fun beginning.
So in the email, the classy gentleman who wrote it said that he wanted to redefine what the 1% means. And he says that the vagina needs you. Never mind the extremities that surround it, the 99% of horrendously illogical bullshit that makes up the modern woman. Consider the 1%, the snatch.
Okay, now, a couple of things here. First of all, if you weren't sure the first part was sexist or misogynistic, because, oh, look, sluts, and he wants to have sex with them. Okay, right? Slut obviously is a questionable word. Well, he clarifies it in the next part. Because when he says that the only thing that matters is the snatch and everything the women say is bullshit and stuff, if you don't think that's sexist, you might be misunderstanding the word. Okay, now, am I surprised by this? Of course not. It's a frat, right? And this is what happens in frats. And so, like, do young guys going to college talk about like, yeah, frickin' slut, oh yeah, I'm gonna bang all of them, oh, the snatch, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it, yeah. And are they hyping it up for their friends and etc.? Yes, okay. Does that mean that it has no bad effects? No, it doesn't mean that. Because once you encourage that, right, nobody's gonna come into your frat and be like, okay, you guys stop it, okay? And you can't say that, right? But we're just saying, like, hey, be cognizant, be aware of what's happening.
Look, when colleges throughout the country are dealing with scandal involving members of fraternities that are sexually assaulting women, female students at the universities, and they're not getting prosecuted, they're not getting investigated, this is a really bad email to send out, right? Because it's giving a pass, it's giving an excuse to that type of culture, and it's not okay. You know, and I'm not one of those people who's like super sensitive about anything. I mean, I think about some of the stuff we talk about at work and how much trouble we would be in if we did it at any other workplace, right? Let's keep it real. But when it comes to, oh, women are nothing but a snatch, that's problematic. And the rest of it—
It's problematic.
Yeah, it's problematic. It gets worse, though. It gets worse. So he also says, I'm losing sleep at night thinking of all the pussies crying out for a good fuck and not getting it. So I'm reaching out to you all in a time of need to initiate my community outreach program. Save the sluts.
So now, look, I love sex. I don't like shaming people about it, etc. So, but I hate the word slut because first of all, it's counterproductive. If you actually want them to have sex with you, why are you calling them sluts?
That's
going to discourage.
It's hilarious,
right?
That the women are sluts, but they're not sending out emails about how badly they want to fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like imagine a sorority, like a sorority did it, and if a sorority did it, like we would do the same coverage, right? But a sorority girl sends out an email saying like, guys are nothing but penises, and I can't wait to fuck those sluts.
Well, then you would. What would you call them if they talked about nothing but getting cock?
Yeah.
You'd call them sluts.
Yes.
So what does that make you? Now, look, they'll say bullshit things like they're trying to empower the word. No, but look.
No, they're not. Yeah.
I know. So look, here's the thing. I don't want to be like the downer who's like, oh, you can, hey, don't say that. But at the same time, what I'm worried about is that then that leads everybody that's in part of this like high-fiving, culture, etc., to view women as only that.
Exactly.
Like, and so understand, like, are women sexual objects? Of course they are. Men are sexual objects, women are sexual objects, but that's not all we are, right? So, you have to look at it in a multifaceted way. I don't get the sense that these guys are looking at it in a multifaceted way.
Right. Just a little more. Imagine what kind of underwear she's wearing. Even entertain the idea she may not be wearing any at all, but stare as long as you please. They don't mind.
Agree to disagree. I think that they might mind a little bit when you pervs and creeps are just checking them out nonstop.
And then final piece of advice that he gives the gentleman. He says, master your craft, hone your skills, and perfect your stroke. Put
Yeah.
2 moist sponges in a solo cup and fuck that until you get it right if you have to, but do not settle until you've done that, just that, gotten it right.
Well, that's a fitting end to this email because for all of his bravado, in the end, all he's doing is mastering his stroke. Okay, so I mean, the guy who's getting laid by half the college isn't going to be like, oh yeah, the snatch, yeah, the stroke, I'm there, boy, yeah, because he's out busy getting laid.
Yes.
Okay.
You mean he's not fucking a solo cup with sponges in it?
Yeah, that's the bottom line. So
Yeah.
that it ends in like a wonderfully pathetic way, right? Anyway, look, man, I get it. Everybody talks about sex in college. Just don't get too hyped up in it and start to think that that's all women are, because that's a stupid, shitty attitude. That simple.